Hello. So I've got another books for you to love today, and this is going to be a special two-parter. I'm going to be looking at non-fiction books I found really informative and quite intellectual, but at the same time they're fun and easy to read. So I'm going to do three books in this segment and three in the next one. Okay, so without further ado, let's have a look. My first choice is Exploring Britain's Castles by the AA. I really love this book for the simple fact that it's given me so many great places to go and visit in the future. It covers all of Britain, so it's covering Scotland, Wales, England, Ireland, and etc. Really, really good, and it's good. It contains information of which castles are public, which ones are visitor attractions, which ones are paid, which ones are just ruins which you can walk to and go and have a nice look around. Um, yeah, and the other great thing about it is the fact that it's got really nice pictures, as you can see inside, so you get a really good sense of what the castles actually look like. So which ones are worth your time going to see. So brilliant book. You can get it from your local library. You can buy a copy like you did. I got this one for a great price at my local works. Definitely recommendable if you are going to a part of the UK and you want to see if there's any great little castles or keeps or anything you can go and add to your visit. So my next one is a bit of an eccentric favourite of mine. It's Secret Britain by Justin Pollard. So the author Justin Pollard was a journalist for a number of decades, and during that time, as anyone would, you hear lots of crazy stories or just funny little myths and such. And what Justin Pollard did is he remembered these all and he made notes about them during the years, and then he collected them into this book. He organizes them by chapters, so he organizes them by eccentric individuals, eccentric places to go and see, things like that, eccentric myths about old famous wives' tales. It's actually, if you want something that's informative, because this is all true stories, if you want something informative, something to give you a little bit of, oh, I don't know, that happened in Devon, or I didn't realise that occurred in London, what have you. It is a great little travel read at the end of the day, because each story is about 1 or 2 pages long and it's broken down to chapters. It's the sort of thing that you can sit down, read a couple of the stories of, then put aside and come back to it later. But at the same time, it still flows really well together. It's a great little book, a great little find, and especially if you want to buy a present for someone that loves all things British or wants something to read on holiday, I definitely recommend Justin Pollard's Secret Britain. And the last one I've got in this section today, I will look at Myths and Legends of the First World War. Very interesting. It gives the more kind of hysterical side to the conflict. Basically, during the First World War, a number of strange rumours and myths circulated. For example, the Russians had invaded through Scotland or North England, and they were invading by trains. The Nazis were raining poisoned sweets from aeroplanes down on children. There were secret encampments and bunkers everywhere, because if you were a certain profession, that you were automatically German or you were automatically British. It's a great little read at the end of the day. It not only gives it as an in-look into what the mindsets of those poor people were during wartime, the hysteria that could easily grip these people, but it also gives a sense of what kind of myths will spring out from a conflict and a people under pressure at the end of the day. Again, it's divided up into chapters. The stories are a bit longer than Secret Britain was, about several pages or a dozen pages to each story, because the author goes into the background of each myth. He disassembles the myth, sees where the myth could have sprung from, how it came to be, and the results of that. So for anyone that's interested in the interwar, the war periods, the interwar periods, or just would like again a nice little travel read, I do recommend this Myths and Legends by James Hayward. So yeah, that's my first video for this non-fiction. I'm going to put the second one up in a bit. If anyone's actually read those books, I'd be quite interested to hear your thoughts on them. Okay, I'll bring back my other video in a second.